Greetings, this is Stasia Bliss. This video is about talking to the subconscious mind. So I put together this book of charts. One of them is the emotion code chart from the emotion code training that I did. I am a certified emotion code practitioner. And there's a couple of charts that were developed through that organization, Dr. Bradley Nelson's. I have a discordant energy chart too. But I've personally, and with the help of some of my sisters, put together a bunch of other charts. This is the master list of charts. So I have this whole booklet of different charts through which, through muscle testing, I can tune in to your body and ask your body a series of many questions. One of them is a system check-in. So I've developed, this is obviously still in raw form, this one. But I wanted to give you an example of how this works. So if you were to have a session, what does it look like? I've got a very resistant possible client moving around in the background. He doesn't want to be on film. So it's hard for me to show how this works. I tune in through muscle testing to get a connection. And I'm going to just hold space for a moment and see if we can get our volunteer back. But what happens in a session is you just relax. If there's something specific that's been bothering you that you want to work on, we can dial into that. Otherwise, I just ask the body if it's okay to tune in and to first of all run a systems check-in. So that's the first thing that I do. So I'm tuning into the body. Say I'm tuned into myself right now, and I say, okay, self, I'm going to do a systems check-in. So I start with the different systems, and I ask my body, nervous system is functioning at 100%. So this is a strong answer when it tightens up. So that means yes. Circulatory is at 100%. Well, I just worked on my circulatory last night. It was way low, so thankfully it's still up. Lymphatic at 100%, endocrine at 100%, so I've got no, so more than 50%, 40, 30, 20, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I am working on my endocrine glands right now. That's the protocol that I'm working on because it was even lower than that. Some stresses and things kind of knocked me out for a bit. So then with endocrine glands being at 15%, it could be higher or lower in one of them. I'm going to ask my body, is it a specific gland that is mostly impaired? No, so it's the collective, the way they're working together. So that's what I got before. So I go to one of these other master lists and I ask, what can I do to support the endocrine glands? Is there anything on any of these lists? Yes. So I'm going to ask which one in column A or column B, odd number or even number. Is it hiding? Okay, in which list? An odd number row in row 1, 3, 5, 7. So I'm getting an abundance block. So this is interesting because abundance is our connection to life force energy, our connection to the universe and how that's filtering in through our body. And the spine is the main entry point for life force energy. If you're familiar with spiritual biology, our spinal cord, our vagus nerve is the conduits for the Kundalini life force. That's the spiritual element that's stepping down from the cosmos through our body. And then the chakras that sit at each of the endocrine glands actually is where that energy steps down and becomes physical. So the endocrine gland and the vagus nerve are the first physical step down. So if I have an abundance block, that means either a chakra is too tight or there's a belief system or other miasm running that's disallowing this step down to like cleanly happen in my endocrine glands. So I'm turning to my possible abundance blocks chart, which is here. So I'm asking, is it something on one of the on this chart? Yes, in A and B and C and D, an odd number, even number row, 2, 4, 6. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. So interesting. So my body has a belief running that says it fears there's no ascension with money. Okay, so even just bringing that to my conscious mind, I can cancel that out and be like, oh, okay, I could see where a part of me might wonder that or think that, or even be on a spiritual level, like going, well, in the highest frequency realms, it doesn't look like cash at all. But also money is just a form of life current. It's just a form of life force and life force energy. So actually there always is money or abundance or life force in every stage of ascension, though yes, it may change the way that it looks. So I want to insert into my field of vision the ability to see how money is also ascending. The way money is forming is also ascending. That's part of the ascension. Is that true? Yes. Okay. So do I still have this abundance block? Okay, no. So then I'm going to check endocrine glands are functioning at 100%, more than 50, 40. Okay, so we took it up to 40% just by correcting that one thing. So I'm going to ask my body, is there something else we can do to support endocrine glands? Yes. Is it on the master chart? Yes. In column A, column B, odd number, even number row, in 2, in 4, in 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this one's coming up a lot, Belvospata. That's an angelic healing modality that I do. My body's needing some of that. That is tracing angelic sigils, which have the potency and are actually the calling card for our brothers and sisters in the angelic realm. So that isn't something I'm going to do on camera at this time, but I'm going to go ahead and pause that for myself and go do that work otherwise. So just to let you know, I would do this through each system. So past endocrine, we check digestive system, brain, cardiovascular, skin, respiratory, bones, all of this to see what percentage it's running. And if there is a drop below 100%, then I look at the other charts to see what could be the possible effect. And a lot of these are, there could be emotional beliefs or mental patterns running. If not the abundance block, there could be underlying issues, there could be deficiencies, there could be all sorts of different things. And then there are many different modalities that I have listed as far as what would best support your body in overcoming this. So anything from body work stuff, DNA upgrades, homeopathy, energetic boundaries, soul messages. Is there something in the astrology that's affecting you? I really wrote down as many things as I could draw in, and these charts were coming to me for a while, like make this chart, make this chart, make this chart, and then I would just sit down and make the whole chart. So there's some really great stuff in here. I found like really awesome results working with people on this. So if you would like to try this, I call this my fielding work because maybe you've seen this picture online, but I do believe we have this invisible field around us that is like an Akasha. It is a library of records, and it's in our field, and it's accessible all the time if you know how to ask it, if you know how to tune into it. Sometimes you get flashes from it in dreams or meditations or other visionary states. So when I do a session with you, it's just me tuning in with you to your body and to your field and helping to translate what some of that talk is, what your body would like to do, what would be most supportive based on what's going on in the field. And when I plug into you, that gives your body access to the potentialities of what could be. So it's a mutual experience of exchange, and it's really so special. I love doing this work with my clients, and my clients who've done this love getting this work. They even report that it's very relaxing and they get a nice feeling in their heart, including the one that's here that doesn't want to be tested at the moment. So that's okay, because sessions are confidential. I told them they didn't need to be on camera, but it's okay, this worked out. So I just wanted to give a little glimpse on the world of fielding, emotion code, and beyond. So I do use the emotion code generally to get into the field, and then we just go on from there. Another part of the session is often DNA upgrades, and I utilize 100% Kishori Aird's DNA Demystified Volume 1. She has a whole protocol in here for upgrading DNA. I incorporate that in my sessions too, because it's absolutely phenomenal. And I've done some VAX repair, actually specifically on the COVID, has had some really awesome things come up around that. So anyone who would like to check that out, you can send me an email, stasiabliss@gmail.com. You can also go to my website, blissinthehouse.com, and find out how to contact me there. So thank you so much for watching. And if I can be of service, please let me know. Blessings.